guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a quick little eyeshadow tutorial for any of you guys who may have lash extensions on. So as you guys can see, I have my lash extensions back on. It's honestly usually always around summertime that I always go back to my lashes. I'm like the lash girl. I just feel like lash extensions are so fun and so easy in the summertime because we don't really want to wear that much makeup. We kind of just want to go more so for enhanced natural beauty. So I went ahead and got these done. I will leave all the information on my fabulous lash tech down below in my description box. If you guys do live in the Maryland area or the DMV, you guys can check her out. She is incredible. Highly recommend. I'm gonna zoom you guys in so I can show you guys how I do a natural eye makeup look with lash extensions, because it can be a little tricky, but if you have the right tools, you should be fine. Okay, so I already have on my foundation base. So I am wearing the Fenty Beauty Hydrating Foundation, this one right here, and I do have my brows on. For brows, I use my Precisely My Brow Pencil by Benefit. This stuff is great. So as you guys can see, you guys can literally leave it just like this and you guys can be on your way. If you do have lash extensions, that's the funnest part about lash extensions, that it really makes everything so much easier. So I have volume sets, and what I asked for, because I've had several different sets. I have super long lashes. I've had these like smaller ones. So it just really depends on what you want. But I feel like on my eye shape, I really like the cat eye effect. I feel like it really elongates my eye, and I also like the shorter lashes. So she went in with 10s, and I think the longest ones are 14s on the end. So I just feel like that flatters my eye shape. And I also like it because I feel like for every day it looks really good. So what I like to do is I like to go in and I like to just brush them through with my little lash brush. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be taking this little fat brush that I have. This is the Morphe M173, and I like to use this for like my eye primer base. I have a little tiny bit left of my P. Louise base, and the reason I'm using just what's left of it is because when you have lash extensions, you want to be very careful with how you apply product on the eyelids, just because it is harder to clean. It's not like you can scrub your eyes. So you literally have to be a little bit more patient, and you have to make sure that if you do go in with makeup, I would personally recommend lighter makeup. So you don't want to go in with like heavy products, because I feel like the heavier the product, the harder it is to clean. So what I like to do is I like to honestly stick to matte eyeshadows. So I have been obsessed with my Nubian Mini Palette by Juvia's Place. I just feel like it has the perfect everyday colors. You can use any matte palette you have, but I personally just recommend using a more so wearable palette and sticking more so to the matte shades. So I'm going to be taking this brown right here, and what I'm going to be doing is, for lash extensions, I like to mainly apply my eyeshadow right on the crease of the eye, so you guys can see like that. And the reason I like to apply that right there is because I feel like when you're looking straight ahead, that's really the part of the eye that you see the most. So because you have the lash extensions, especially if they are much longer and you do have a volume set, you guys will recognize that you won't really see much of what's going on the lid directly. So that's why I like to place the darkest colors right on the crease. And also, if you guys see people like celebrities that typically do have lash extensions like year round, for example, Kylie Jenner, she always typically has her lash extensions, and she also is always doing makeup because of her brand. She does, I noticed, stick to more so of like matte shadows for like every day. Now when she does do a little bit of glam, she does go in with shimmers, but I feel like with lash extensions, matte shadows are much better, just because I noticed that when I go in with shimmer shadows with lash extensions, the shimmers tend to really attach onto the lashes and are very hard to remove. So if that happens, then you do have to go in and really give your lashes like a lash bath. And for that, I would recommend using like a lash cleaner, which you can get from your lash tech, or you can get baby shampoo. Baby shampoo is great, and just applying some with your spoolie and then really brushing it out. And then if you do want to put a shadow on the lid, I would say go in with your lighter shadows just to kind of add a little bit of that depth. So I'm just making sure I have this brush clean, and I'm using my MAC 242 because I always like to use just this type of product. And I'm actually going to pull another palette, one of my favorite palettes for every day, the KKW Mario palette. It has like that perfect vanilla cream shade in there that I always go for. So So I'm gonna go for that, and I'm gonna take a little bit of that, and I'm just gonna be applying that cream shade, vanilla shade, all over the lid. So you guys can see, I kind of created a little bit of a subtle crease, and it definitely blends in nicely. Then I go back in and just kind of work with whatever's left of the brown, and I'm gonna take it a little bit higher. I also feel like as of lately, I've been really into the more natural makeup looks. I haven't, like, I still, obviously if you go on my Instagram and you see my page, I still like to do like those fun looks, and I do them more so for like, just for fun and for pictures because they're fun. But I feel like for every day, like I'm more so into now, like just like the wearable, natural, like kind of bring attention to like the areas where I want to, you know, bring out. So like my eyes, I want to bring more attention to the eyes because that's typically what people are going to see, especially right now with like COVID and everything, having to wear masks and stuff. The place where people see the most is your eyes. So that's another reason why I think it's so fun to get lashes right now, because I feel like that if you don't want to wear like a full thing of makeup, can really bring out your eyes. And then if I want to spice things up a little bit further, what I like to do is I like to take, not this brush because that's for brows. Where are you at? Oh, here we go. Okay, I like to take a brush, like an angled brush, a small eye angled brush. And what I like to do is I like to create a little bit of a wing liner, because I feel like the wing can definitely take the look to the next level. Now I know this isn't for everybody, but for some people they do like that effect. So for me, like if I'm going to be going out, I definitely would want to do a wing liner. So what I would do is I would go in with the darkest matte shade from the palette, which is this one right here, and then I'm gonna go and just start to work on the wing. Now I do want to say, because I do have the cat eye effect, it definitely does hide the wing a little bit. Whenever I do this wing eyeshadow with lash extensions, I don't take it all the way out, I just take it halfway in. And I've also noticed that celebrities do this technique, like Kylie Jenner's makeup artist, and her, whenever she does her makeup, I noticed that she kind of takes it like halfway in, and then what she does is she kind of like starts to fade it out up at the top. And I feel like you can definitely take it all the way through if you want to. I just feel, I almost choked on my words. I just feel like personally for me, from just experiences, because I've done full-blown eyeshadow looks with lashes, like I've done it all. And I feel like personally for me, the more eyeshadows you place all over the lid, especially in these areas that are like a little bit tighter, the more likely you are to have the lashes shed faster. So I would say just keep it out. And also the more work you have to do when you're cleaning your lashes and removing your eye makeup at the end of the day. Also, you want to be really careful with the type of eyeliners that you apply. That's why I like to do eyeshadow liner, because I feel like with eyeshadow liner it quickly comes off, as opposed to doing like liquid liners. I feel like with the liquid liner you have to make sure like it doesn't have certain ingredients. You have to make sure that it's like oil free and that it's not going to make the lashes, you know, shed really quickly. So that's why I personally, for me, I'd rather just do a liner with eyeshadow. And of course you can use a black eyeshadow if you prefer more so of that black eyeliner finish, like that super crispy finish. It's just really all preference, but I feel like matte shadows can really be your best friend when you have lash extensions, when it comes to making sure that you get your money's worth. Because that's another thing. I feel like when you do wear a lot of makeup, and the more the eyelashes can start shedding. So I would say just be mindful of all that, because I feel like that definitely does make a difference to the whole lash process. And as for price, it really depends everywhere. I feel like volume, typically like a full set volume when you first get it for your first time, it's like $200. Some places it's more. And then for like a natural set, like just the classic full set, I want to say it can range from like 100 to like 150. But typically I would say, ooh, it's thundering. I would say for like a volume full set, which is what I have, like more fluffy. Oh my God, it's literally thundering, my camera's moving. For like more fluffiness, I would say definitely the starting point would be volume, and it would be like 200. Yeah, and then obviously you pay for your fill, which is cheaper than what you pay for a full set. And that's just the upkeep. Unless you don't take good care of your lashes, then they may need to like remove them all and redo them. That can happen as well. So we have that. You guys can see it's very quick, very easy. And I'm just gonna go ahead and show you guys how I conceal really fast. I think I'm gonna use my Fancy Beauty. So just pop on a little bit of concealer. I feel like when you conceal, like the eye look just comes together like on another level. So, oh, and another question you guys are probably wondering is like, do your lashes get messed up, like your personal lashes? Yes and no. So they won't get messed up if you get them removed professionally, or they can just naturally come out. Like you don't mind having like 5 lashes on. You could also do it that way. Research for sure, but if you're just gonna rip them off and think like, oh, let me just rip them off, no, they will definitely rip apart. It just all depends on how you remove them. They're just kind of like nails. Like if you go and get acrylics, if you go and get acrylics and you just remove them yourself, of course your nails are gonna look effed up. But if you know, have them removed professionally, or go to someone that knows how to remove them, then you'll be fine. Like your natural nails, yes, they won't be like in the best immaculate condition, but they're not gonna get ruined forever. I'm not gonna lie though, when I used to do makeup at Sephora, and people came in with lashes, I used to not like it because I'm like, they're gonna get so much shadow on their lashes. So I would try my best to like use a spoolie and like kind of like brush through them at the top to get the easy shadow off, because some shadow like will stick on. So yeah, but I would say it's mainly more so for like the natural vibe. So that's why I'd rather do natural makeup with lashes. And a lot of you doing your makeup is definitely brushing them. So once you're done doing the shadow, you just want to make sure you brush. Lashes are definitely like, you have to be patient with them. Like they're so easy, but like obviously if you're like super rough, you have to make sure you're not as rough. Or like if you like to like scrub your eyes, you cannot do that with lashes. So this is the completed snatched look. I will have all the details listed down below in my description box, so you guys can go ahead and check that out. Before I left, I really quickly wanted to show you guys the baby shampoo I use. So I use the CVS version, just the regular baby shampoo. It's mild and gentle for the eyes. I do quickly want to say, you guys can use whatever baby shampoo you want, but I'm on a budget. So when I went to CVS, I saw that the Johnson & Johnson one was like bigger, and it was like $9, and I was like, that's way too big for like my lashes, you know? So then I saw this one, it was a CVS brand. It was $2.98, and I think this is a perfect size for like my eye area, because I'm not gonna be using this all over, you know? So I just went ahead and got that. But what I would say to remove eyeshadow, and maybe I can do like a get unready with me routine one of these days, but what I would recommend is, you know, when you remove your makeup, whether you use like a face halo, a cloth, makeup wipes. I know it's not the best. I use makeup wipes just to remove like that first layer of foundation. Then I go in with like my makeup remover oil and all that. But I would say first go in and use a makeup wipe and like kind of just close your eye and remove it all off of the eye as much as you can. And then I would go in and just take some water and just kind of like rinse off a little bit. And then I would go in, once I removed all the eyeshadow off the eye, then I would go in with the baby shampoo. And what I would recommend for the baby shampoo is you can either go with a little bit of some water and gently pat it on your eye with a cloth, or where's the little spoolie? Or you can take your spoolie and just apply a little bit of the baby shampoo directly on the spoolie, and then start to brush them from the top part. And just kind of coat that shampoo through the eyes, and then go in with some water on the spoolie, and then start to brush it out to kind of like really rinse off all the residue. And to also make sure that your lashes stay in good condition, because like I mentioned, if you are not taking care of your lashes and you're just slapping eyeshadow all over them, you will definitely have to either get a new set because your lashes are gonna get damaged, or you're gonna have to do a lash bath when you get there so that they can get all that residue out, and they will charge you. Unless you go somewhere that you know and they may not charge you, but typically they will charge you for that. So that's just something to keep in mind. But I personally love this look, and I also feel like just doing the more simple, everyday wearable eyeshadow looks with matte shadows, make sure that your lashes don't get ruined easily, and I feel like they're also very easy to remove at the end of the day. So those would be my tips and tricks for how to do eyeshadow with lash extensions. I know that it can be like hit or miss for people. Some people feel more comfortable with different techniques, but this is just the technique that works for me that I wanted to give to you guys in case you guys are looking into getting eyelashes or just got your lashes done. I know right now is like the best time of the year to get lash extensions just because we want that really quick, easy routine. So I got you covered. So if you guys want to see any other videos about lash extensions, let me know down below. I can definitely do that, but I will link all the information, all the good down in the description box. You guys can go ahead and check that out. I will also include my lash artist if you do live in this area, so you guys can check her out as well because she is phenomenal and she hooks a sister up. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed watching the super chill, laid back video, and it was useful for you guys because that's always the key here on my channel, is for me to be as helpful as I possibly can. And that's a car. Please, your engine, please. Okay. We're good. Okay, so don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you did enjoy watching this video. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already. Hi guys, my name is Jessica. Welcome to my channel. Subscribe down below. Become a member of family here on YouTube because you wouldn't want to miss this fun for the world. While you're at it, hit that notification bell because that will make sure that you are notified every single time that I upload a new video. So do those things. And that being said, stay blessed, stay beautiful, and I'll be seeing you guys very, very soon for a brand new video. Bye guys.